Well, hello, and how's y'all's doing? I am here for another video with this shitty ass angle, but YOLO, right? So today I'm going to be making a video going over a YouTuber by the name Ashera Star Goddess. And I want to say she's a witch because a lot of her stuff she talks about reminds me of witchcraft. Um, so we're just gonna go dive into the subject matter. I'm just gonna talk about some of the stuff she talked about, and then I'm gonna talk about why it's wrong. That sounds fucked up, but it's wrong. So the first thing she said was light is pretty much the physical. It's what you see. It's what you're born into, and it's like it's here. It's the here and it's the now. And the dark is the unseen. It's the subconscious, and it's the greater ethers. Right? Wrong. That takes away from the fact that because it makes it seem like one's above the other, right? That's not how it is. So they're both equal in that regard. So one can be both physical and it can both be the unseen. That can be light. It can also be dark. It's one doesn't represent, the unseen, and one doesn't represent the seen. It does. That's not how it works. She says you can balance the two. You just have to be grounded in that regard. No, you can't. You can balance. Here's the thing. So let's say you're trying to balance uh, dark and light. You can't balance absolute darkness with absolute light, right? You can't. It's like it's not going to work. So let's say you're trying to balance darkness with the light of the darkness, right? You can do that. That you can do. Or trying to balance the light and the dark that came from the light. That, oh yeah, that you can do. But absolute darkness and absolute light, you can't mix those two. It just won't. She said, we pull from the darkness whenever we do like magic and stuff like that. Well, they do magic, I don't do magic. Um, And she says that the universe is 98% darkness, so you pull from darkness. That's not true. The universe isn't 98% darkness. Here, let me show you. So, the universe in its entirety, it looks like this. So, it looks like a rectangle, right? Watch it be like some physicists be like, that's not how it looks. Yes, it is. So, it looks like this. And it's always expanding left and right, not up and down. So up would be the greater light, and up here would be heaven, and then down here would be the greater darkness, and be the kingdom of cardinal, cardinal evil. So, and then over here you would see like I call it the null void because that's kind of where you see the dead zone. Not dead zone like people die, but like dead zone as far as like both of the energies they don't connect. It's just there. I'll go in more in depth about that in another video. Um, let's see, what else did she talk about? She said magic is working in the darkness. It's working with the darkness. Now, the magic I've seen, and it is, like I ain't even try to bullshit, so yeah, that's true. People don't use the correct term because they feel uh, like they're being, like it's evil or something. All right, wait, did I write this note down correctly? People don't use the correct term. Oh, they don't use the correct term, darkness, because they feel like it's dealing with evil. And she says that darkness isn't evil. That's true if we're going back to the whole notion of uh, light of dark. And I feel like I'm gonna have to do another video explaining what's what, and have like a whole easel and like draw it out. But if we're talking about greater darkness, like how I showed in the whole universe and stuff, then yes, it is evil. She said you can do good with darkness. We're just gonna go over that and just skip over that one. She said light. Yeah, we already went over that. Light is physical. That's bullshit. Everything is free will and choice. See, that goes back to the original notion that there's a specific psychology behind it too, and that you kind of do it your own thing on the dark side, and you kind of work together if need be with other individuals. Whereas on the light, it's you work together, but you have your own individual task or job or whatever. But at the same time, it's not like you don't have an identity. It's like, okay. So, shit, when you experience the darkness you and understand it, it's why it exists, you are a creator. Like I said, it goes back to that whole philosophy of you're your own God. You can do what you want to do and this and that, which isn't true, but it sounds cute. So, for the most part, a lot of it was wrong because she didn't really touch base with light energy at all. Um, Nor did she go in depth talking about uh, just making a video. Yeah, no, okay, but yeah, but yeah, it's just my family. But yeah, I was just pretty much trying to go over the different stuff. But for the most part, it was wrong. The next video that I go over, I'm probably gonna have an easel and explain the greater darkness and the greater light and dark of light and light of dark. Dark of light and light, yeah. And explain what's what, because it gets a bit more complex than light and dark. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and share it if you did.